Alright, this is Scholar Strive doing some math today in Algebra 1. Last time we did one-step equations in section 3.2 in that red kayak book. We're going to do two-step equations. But basically, you're still doing the same thing. You want to get all the variables. You want to get all the variables on one side, and then get it alone. Here we go. I just was looking at my notes, and I guess I'll give you this joke. Only in math. Do you... Ooh, sorry. Yeah. So only in math do you want all your x's together. Ba-da. Ba. So, you get your x's together, you get the variable term alone, and then we leave. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Solve 3x plus 7 equals 19. So see how the equation's now getting a little bit more complicated. 3 times what number plus 7 is 19. Now you could still do that in your head. And you would, if you did, you get x equals 4. But we're doing algebraically, okay? So on your test, the answer, I won't really care that much. If it's out of 5 points, I'll give you 1. I want to see you moving stuff around, getting the variable alone. So here we go. Rewrite the equation. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So 3x plus 7 equals 19. Okay. So, what do I do first? Do I divide both sides by 3, or do I subtract 7? Okay. So when you're doing this, you want to do PEMDAS, but backwards. So when you're solving equations, do PEMDAS backwards. That's one way to look at it. Okay. Another way to look at it is you want to get x alone, so you want to separate the x from the group. So I'm going to get rid of this 7 first by subtracting 7 to both sides, and I'll get 3x equals 12. So now you'll get rid of his closest friends or whatever. So you start off by getting rid of the other people, and then you get rid of his closest buddies by dividing by 3, and you'll get x equals 4. Okay? Now, we're going to check our answer. To check our answer, we're going to plug x equals 4 into the original equation. Okay? So I have 3 times 4 plus 7 equals 19. Okay? 12 plus 7, does that equal 19? 19 equals 19. That means we did it right. Okay? If your problems tell you to check, then you must show the check. Okay? You always have to show minus 7 to both sides, divided by both sides by 3. Okay? If you want to put up a barrier, make it a vertical line barrier, not a squiggly one. Okay, that's fine with me. As long as your final product looks like this. X equals 4, and if you're messy, make sure you put a box. Alright, example 2 for a equals 63 minus 3a. Okay. Now we have variables on both sides, so we need to get the variables on one side. So how do we do that? Okay. I'm going to add. Okay. So we have 63 minus 3a. I want to move this 3a over to the other group, the other side. So think of it as I have 3 apples here. So if I'm subtracting 3 apples, I'm going to add 3 apples. Okay. So you notice how this just goes away. It becomes 0. Negative 3 apples plus 3 apples is 0. 4 apples plus 3 apples is 7 apples. Okay, now it's become a one-step equation. Opposite operation is divided by 7, divided by 7. So A equals 9. Now we're going to check our answer. 4 times 9, does that equal 63 minus 3 times 9? So I'll get 36 equals 63 minus 27, and we'll get 36 equals 36. Alright, here we go. 7k minus 14 equals 42. So I'm going to get rid of the stragglers, the not so close friends. 7k equals 56, and then divide by 7. K equals 8. Okay, plus 12, plus 12. R divided by 4 is 7. Okay, R is being divided by 4, so the opposite operation, multiply. R equals 28. Okay, next page. Solve the equations. Okay. Well, the z's are already on one side, so let's combine our like terms. 9z equals 36. Divide both sides by 9. C equals 4. 5b minus 2b. So 5 bananas minus 2 bananas is 3 bananas. Equals 9. Divide by 3 to both sides and get b equals 3. Okay. The output of a function is 2 more than 4 times the input. Find the input when the output is 14. So the word input means that's our variable. That's our x. Our output is like our answer. So we put in something and we get an output, an answer. So reading this again, the output of a function, okay, let's call that, so we don't know what the output So the output of, so they're just looking at the first sentence. They're not looking at the second. So the first sentence, the output of a function is 2 times more, or 2 more than 4 times the input. So I'm going to call the output of the function, let's say our answer, let's just call that y. Our input, we're going to call x. So the output of the function is equal. So is means equals, remember. So equals 2 more, which means 2 plus, then 4 times the input. So 4x plus 2 or 2 plus 4x. Either way works. Okay. Now they tell us that the output is 14. So I'm going to substitute 14 in for y. So 14 equals 4x plus 2. So what number times 4 plus 2 is 14? Let's use algebra to figure that out. That way we don't have to get mixed up in our head. So I'm going to get x by itself by getting rid of the outsiders. Minus 2. 12 equals 4x. Now I get rid of the close buddies. X equals 3. And now I'm going to plug, to check my answer, I'm going to plug 3 in back into the original equation. So I'll get 14 equals 4 times 3 plus 2. So 14 equals 12 plus 2, which is indeed 14. Alright, one more for here. So the output of a function, so let's just say y, equals, so is equals 3 less than 6 times the input, so 6x minus 3. Okay, and now we know that the output is 15. So 6x minus 3. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. 18 equals 6x. 6x. I'm going to rewrite it really quick. You don't have to have x on the left. I just like it being on the left. X equals 3. All right. Hopefully this is not too confusing. Do some problems, work them out. Have a good day.